So when you hear something, make sure you hear it right. You want to be successful, you want to hear, you got to use these and make sure you hear it right. Don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming my music keeps you moving. Who are you moving? You know that I'm 2 levels above you, baby. Hug me, baby. I'ma make you love me, baby.
Talking crazy.
Ain't gonna leave you nothing but choke. No. And that jealousy is only gonna leave you broke. Oh my God.
You ain't gotta like me.
You just mad because I told her how it is.
And you tell her how it might be.
Ooh. Again, how you doing, everybody? We back for another one. We back. It's your boy Zach over here, you know what I'm saying? And of course, Paulie Paul, my man, is back. Y'all wanted him back, he's here. And yes, you read the title, so we're doing another classic. Y'all enjoyed the Biggie Life After Death video so much. I seen the comments, I seen the tweets, I even saw the DMs. I seen people give us love. And you guys, I heard a couple people say, yo, react to this, react to that, react to this, react to that. So today, we're doing Puff Daddy, Puffy, Diddy Daddy, whatever you want to call him, Brother Love. We're doing his debut album, No Way Out. And it's good, it's a chronological order. This was after Biggie's album, so this is a good continuation in the right direction of what we're doing. So, No Way Out, Puff Daddy. We're gonna get into this classic. We're gonna get into this piece of history. Bad Boy, 97. Oh my God, I'm excited. Why am I yelling? I don't know why I'm yelling. But before we hop into this album, this natural light is doing me justice, by the way. But before we hop into this album, come on, man, y'all see the shit. Come on, man, y'all see the shit. Y'all see this shit. You see what this is? This right here is the Michigan edition. You know what I'm saying? Right here. Boom, the Mighty Lion right here. Come on, y'all gotta peep the elevation. Y'all gotta peep the color scheme. Okay, I'm going off on the show right now. Link is in the description.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Down, get that link.
I'm a businessman, not a businessman. I'm sorry. Okay, that's Jay-Z. He's not involved right now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm just really excited because my bro is here and we're gonna do this classic. All right, Puff Daddy, No Way Out. Let's do it.
I never thought it would have been like this. Forgive my enemies.
So, that was a very theatrical. That was a very theatrical intro. Sounds like he was sounding very remorseful. You know, sound like a prayer with the humming and you hear the helicopters. So, No Way Out. This came after Biggie's death. This dropped, I believe, in June 97. Unfortunately, Big passed in March 97. So the question was, what's Bad Boy gonna do now that their all-star, their guy, the face, is gone? What are they gonna do now? He's gone and his album had dropped. So what happens now? Well, what happens is Puffy, the CEO of Bad Boy, decides to drop an album. His album gets dropped. Album that was already, you know, planning in the works before Biggie's death, but it drops nonetheless. So now all eyes are really on this project in 1997. I'm putting myself in that 1997 mind frame, right? So he's sounding remorseful. You hear the helicopters, you hear the humming church music, and it sounds very eerie, you know, and it's got to be a little weird. You know, and you hear him say something, God forgive my enemies, for they know not what they do. Puff, you got a lot of enemies, especially back then you had a lot of enemies. Yeah. So, one thing Puffy's good at is building anticipation. He's a businessman. He knows what he's doing. So, this is 1997. I'm putting myself in that mind frame. You gotta think like, oh shoot, what's about to happen next? You know, like what's going on? Very theatrical movie, Remind me of Independence Day. Shout out Will Smith.
The intro was, like you said, kind of eerie with the church music, the hemming and the helicopters. What's more interesting with the intro is they named it No Way Out, and the original title for the album was Puff Daddy and the Goodfellas. But then it went to Hell Up in Harlem. But after Biggie death, Puff was talking about, oh, he wanted to get out of it, he wanted to leave the game, but because of Biggie being the one that helped him build Bad Boy, he's like, nah, there's no way out now. He had to keep doing it, so he titled it No Way Out.
It's funny how you said Puff Daddy and the Goodfellas, so it's like a mob thing. You know that famous mob slogan, when you think you're out, they pull you back in. You know what I'm saying? That's very ironic. So that's the case for this. You know, Puff thought he found a way out, but they reeled him back in.
Yeah, that's why the album art, they in suits and shit.
Yeah, around this time, especially in the East Coast, you know, there was a lot of that mafioso rap that was very famous. Nas and the Firm, Jay-Z was doing it with the Reasonable Doubt cover. You know, Puff and them was doing it. Biggie was doing it. It was a very popular thing back then. You know, that was a style. You know, and they was going by Italian names like, you know, Capone. You know, things like that. So interesting, very interesting. Hell Up in Harlem was the original title. And Puff Daddy and the Goodfellas, and then they switched it to No Way Out. I personally like the name No Way Out.
Yeah, it fits.
Sounds hard. No Way Out. Like, oh my God, like, I got no way out. Oh, that's hard. Yeah, it fits. It fits.
Especially with his mantra, oh, can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Take that, take that, take that. A little fun fact I learned about that last part where he's screaming, it's all effed up now. What am I do now? Apparently, that was a real recording. That wasn't supposed to be part of the song. That was supposed to be like a real recording. It was really frustration after Big got killed, you know, and it was like recorded, you know, and then they just implemented into the song for effect. Because he was really like, it's all effed up now, you know, which initial thought it was.
Yeah.
Initial thought, you know, that's like owning a team and your star player goes down. This is some of the best Puffy's ever spit. You know what I'm saying?
His cadence is nice too.
Yo, what you can do is check your distributions. My song bump in Houston like Scarface produced them.
You ain't gotta like me.
You just mad because I told her how it is.
And you tell it how it might be.
Ooh, that's a gem right there.
Whoever wrote that for him, man, they was in there when they did that.
Oh, that's a gem in 2021. Y'all just mad because I tell her how it is and you tell her how it might be. That's so true. That's a gem right there. And then there's a bag full of money that I get my ass on. I never lose the passion to go platinum. You can hear the ambition in his voice because that verse, both verses fit Puffy so well. It speaks well to his character. Businessman, CEO, mogul, Mr. Money Man. He's the money guy. It's who he is. It's always who he's been. He chases the money. Sometimes the money chases him, you know? And Biggie always does what he does. Biggie always does what he does. I mean, come on now. Used to call me Fatso, now you call me Castro, my rap flows. Biggie, one of the greatest of all time that ever touched a mic, without question. And I love, on the second verse of Biggie, I love how he gave a shout out to the Bad Boy roster real quick at the end. He's talking about LOX, you know? Black Rob joined the mob. It ain't no replacing him, you know? With Mase and them, you know? Just how effortlessly he could just do that. He just shouted out Bad Boy in so little words, so effortlessly. He just shouted out LOX, Mase, Black Rob. They said they joined the mob. Bad Boy the mob, you just joined the team, you know? That's fire. And shout out Busta Rhymes for
hyping that song up like that.
Oh my God.
That shit make you want to throw people around. You don't even want to two-step. You want to throw people around, like snatch sweaters off of people and shit. Yeah, that shit get you hyped.
that Busta Rhymes, I love his energy. When I think of Busta Rhymes, I think of energy. My man just went all out for that hook and just, oh my God, it gets you amped up. Just the beat, the Rocky sample, so you feel like just throwing some Joey Daddies. You know what I mean?
It's all more appreciation for Stevie J too, man.
Shout out Stevie J.
I didn't know he had all this until we did the last review, and I'm checking the credits like, hold up. Stevie J? Stevie J and Puff Daddy.
So Stevie J and Puff Daddy co-produced Victory. Wow.
Yeah, the way they started it out, and then the song build up. Not only did the beat build up, his voice to the song started getting louder. The more it got closer to the beat dropping.
You're right.
And then Big came in, and then when Big finished his verse, it dropped back down.
I didn't even peep that.
Yeah, the beat dropped back down again at the matter of fact at the Busta did the chorus.
I didn't even know that. And then
dropped back down to the build up,
and then anticipates again.
Yeah.
Whoa! I didn't even really kind of like peep that. Like, yo, and then the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never. Business before pleasure. P Diddy and the fam. Who you know do it better? Oh my God. Yeah, right. No matter what, we get tight. So when you hear something, make sure you hear it right. Whoa, that's a gem right there. If you want to be successful, you got to use these. And make sure you hear it right. Don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming. My music keeps you moving. Who are you juving? You know that I'm 2 levels above you, baby. Hug me, baby. I'ma make you love me, baby.
Talking crazy.
Ain't gonna leave you nothing but choke. No. And that jealousy is only gonna leave you broke. Oh my God.
So I appreciate the song because this is Big's last verse he recorded.
The
last song he recorded.
Wow, this is the last song. If you're gonna go out, if this is gonna be your final song, you know what I'm saying, due to his unfortunate passing, this is how you go out.
Yeah, this is the way to do it, man.
This is how you do it. Wow. Now I'm set because now it's like, damn, Big went hard. I would have loved to know what he would have done on the next joint. Oh my God. That's crazy. So Biggie was around for the thought process and a little bit of recording for like 10% of the album. That means like 90% of the album, there is no Biggie influence. I mean, there is. Biggie's on some other songs, but like, it's records. It's like, it's recorded. Like, he wasn't there for the final draft. You know what I mean? So the way No Way Out came out, they had to finish it without Big. So they had to improvise. So this is how you really see how talented the Bad Boy roster is. So in a way, Bad Boy had to really like show out. Because you can only use Biggie but so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially not being there.
So this is, wow, this is intriguing. I feel like knocking someone out right now.
That shit get you hype, man. You want to drag somebody down.
I'm about to do 10 push-ups.
yeah, that's some nice workout music, man. Hit the pull-up ball. You do run through your whole set off of this shit. Man.
Oh Lord. I'm about to run to the library with a gray suit and a Scully. Like Rocky did in Philly.
Yo, this Mase, you know what I'm saying?
What up, Mase?
You got a lot of girls that love to replace you. Mase, you got some hoes, but niggas
Yeah. Oh my God, that song still thumps.
Yo.
Oh my God, yo, they were flossing. Play it, please. I'm the macaroni with the cheese. You really have people going around saying they're the macaroni with the cheese. I want to say that now. I'm the macaroni with the cheese. That's that Harlem talk. That's Harlem talk right there. Shout out Mase. Okay, so, right off the rip, the way Mase introduced himself. Yo, this is Mase.
Yo, popping his shit, man.
This Mase, he said, it's me, B.I., Puff, Locks, Black Rob. If you want to dance, we dance. What? He's just like, yo. He's right though. What a roster you just named out. Those PhD niggas, they got a play hating degree. I said we was gonna bring that terminology back in 2021. I've been using it. PhD, player hating degree. That was, and then Puff. Puff doing his verse, you know. Shout out Mase for, you know what you did for Puff. Shout out Mase, shout out Mase, shout out Mase for them verses. This is urgently important that I must say. Mase, had he not retired in 1999, he would have been as big as Drake is now.
Maybe bigger.
I've been saying this forever. Some people call me crazy for saying it. I don't understand how you can call me crazy. Mase had the attention of the females. The street dudes loved him because he can actually spit. He was with the kids loved him. He was marketable. And y'all have to remember, Magic Johnson at the high, like Magic Johnson wanted to do business deals with Mase. Before 20 years old, Mase was gonna do business deals with Magic Johnson. Mase was huge, and he didn't even touch the ceiling. Mase was gonna, what? And this is what I mean by they didn't really have Big like that. Big was just doing the hook. I'm pretty sure had Big lived, maybe he would have done a verse. You know what I mean? And check the music video for this out too, by the way. The music video is pretty fun. You know what I'm saying? And Mase, a good little tandem right there. They just go off each other very well.
And it's a nice setup too, because you got victory. And what you do after your victory, you take your victory lap. So,
oh, that's
I've been around the world.
That's actually I didn't even put that together. Wow, that's actually, yeah, you're right.
So I don't know if he thought about it like that, but
that's actually, yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I love their albums, because the way it sets up into the next song.
They put thought into their albums, you know. They didn't just like drop bangers and said we're just gonna put this on our album. They were like, they really put it together very well. I didn't even think about after Victory they did the Victory Lap and Been Around the World.
Yeah.
That didn't even cross my mind. And the video, shout out J-Lo. Oh my God, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
It's a hell up in Harlem. Fuck it, another. He ordered cheese, eggs, and grits. I had the swordfish. What is this? Mom Duke's crying. Baby mom's full of grief. How she gonna tell her son his daddy is deceased?
That was hard. I really appreciate their production.
Yeah, man.
I really appreciate
give you visuals through hearing it. Man.
Oh my God, you hear the shots go off, you hear the violin, you hear, and it's very classy too. And it's like, it sounds classy / a little mob oriented. I like how they do it. I love how they do it. And then good storytelling. Good storytelling. I followed the story all the way through. His boy Sam is a punk. He's a traitor. He tried to kill him. But he didn't peep little Kim in the back seat with the heat. But she mad because she didn't bust no shots. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when you can't take no more? You gonna cry like a bitch or take it nice and slow? What you gonna do when it's your time to go?
Yeah. It was said Little Kim wrote this.
Oh, she wrote this? Oh, word, yo.
It's even crazier for her to write herself into the song like Little Kim married, she get the bust no shot.
Kim wrote What You Gonna Do? Alright, so this always bugged me. For Little Kim's album, Hardcore, you know, there's a rumor that Biggie wrote everything. If that's the case, if Lil Kim wrote What You Gonna Do, Lil Kim can write, yo. Lil Kim can spit.
She can write.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Biggie like proofread things.
I think that's what he did, and
helped her out with some things. But I'm sure
that's what he did.
I'm sure Biggie didn't write everything for Kim. Come on now, y'all gotta give Lil Kim some respect. That's an OG. That's Lil Kim. You know what I mean? And Lil Kim.
Yeah, I didn't really know she had storytelling in her like that though.
I didn't know either. That's from hanging out with a great like Big. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know, when you around greatness, it starts to rub off. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like when LeBron James, when Matthew Dellavedova in 2015 was around LeBron James,
he became the deli.
He became the Curry stopper out of nowhere. It's just like, but you wasn't doing that all season. I'm sorry, Dellavedova. You got your ring though, and you're right. She implemented herself into the story, and shout out Puffy for just having good cadence. Like, you know, someone could ghostwrite for you, but you have to have the cadence.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and you know, Puff has an interesting rap voice. You know what I mean? He has a very recognizable voice. Shout out to that dog for barking at the garbage people.
chance for that.
While my pockets on be up, y'all niggas shit on E.
She said everything we make is hot. Thought I told you that we'll never stop. Keep rising to the top. Faith, you a clown for that one. That's funny and factual at the same time too. That's how you flaunt your shit real quick. Lil' Kim again. Lil' Kim she's shining in this album. This is Puffy's album, but this is really a collab album. You know, this is really a Bad Boy album. Now I know Lil' Kim wasn't really signed to Bad Boy, but she was Bad Boy affiliated. She might as well have been signed to Bad Boy. Might as well. So even though Kim legally wasn't signed to Bad Boy, I always viewed her as a Bad Boy artist. That's just how it is. She was just way too important to not be part of Bad Boy. She was the queen. And even though Faith Evans was the first lady of Bad Boy, Lil' Kim is the queen of Bad Boy. Let's never get it twisted. Puffy, again, I don't know who wrote Puff's verses for these, but hey, shout out to you because this was hot again. I like in the first verse he's like, and out west, all we want to do is make you dance. You know what I'm saying? All we trying to do is make you dance. He's trying to yell out to the West Coast, hey, all we want to do is make, because tensions was really high. They just lost Big, Pac died. He's trying to let you know we just trying to make you dance. We just trying to drop good music. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really want us to stop. Hey, even though tensions was high, and then people felt how they felt, you can't sit here and say that Bad Boy wasn't dropping bangers. Bad Boy has some good music. You know what I mean? I understand it's a pride territory thing. Bad Boy has some good music. You can't sit here and tell me Bad Boy was trash, y'all. Y'all can't do that. You can't do that. Lil' Kim, that verse, you know, with the beat switches. You know what I'm saying? And the aggressiveness of Lil' Kim's voice. I like when Kim gets aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. I do. She's just so she gutter. Kim is gutter. You know what I'm saying? Biggie got his whole singing in one song. You know, that's prior. You know what I'm saying? My dad loves this song. I heard
the original. It's tough to take an original song and sample it and don't destroy the sample.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's very tough. Bad Boy was good at that, taking hits from the 70s or 80s and then remixing it for the 90s. They were good at that. They were really good at it.
You had people like Aretha Franklin go on record saying that she didn't like when people did samples of her song and didn't do the sample justice.
Yeah. If you're going to take a classic, you got to get ready to make it another classic. I could understand if an artist won't clear your sample if they think it's boo-boo. Because they're going to be like, you're going to trash my legacy. Nah. Now, when people say, don't you stop it, now two things pop up, this and the original.
Yeah.
So it forces people to try to go listen to the original. So you're giving clout to the original because as generations move on, they're not gonna wanna, you know, like people from this generation are more tend to listen to a 90s record than a 70s record. You know what I'm saying? But if the sample is done right, they can listen to both and be like, oh, that's where that's from. Oh, this is kind of hard though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can appreciate both.
Yeah, you're bridging the gap too, because the people that like the original or was around for the original, when they hear this, they like, oh, now I like these guys because they did my era justice. And now, if somebody new hears it, they might want to be inspired to do even another. Yeah. And then keep it going. That's beautiful. It is, man.
That's beautiful.
Sometimes I think about dying. Seen a lot of friends die. I've seen a lot of family. I've never been afraid to die.
Was that Carl Thomas?
It's Carl Thomas, man. The John Legend before John Legend.
Shout out Carl Thomas, man. Carl Thomas, you don't get enough flowers, I don't think. You've been on some classics. No, it fits with the album in a way. No Way Out. Death is one of the themes of this album. So he's thinking about dying. He's had some thoughts of death. And how thoughts of death for him would be like a sense of relief. You know, no pressure, no negativity. So now that got me thinking, right? Someone like Puffy, you know, he's Mr. Money Man, Mr. Flaunt, Mr. CEO, Mr. Businessman. Puff is a lot of things, you know what I mean? But And he does wear a lot of hats. One thing, I guess because he tries to hide it so well, I wonder what really runs through his mind. You know what I mean? Especially in that era. I wonder what really ran through Puffy's mind. Like the real pressure. I wonder, I know he likes to play Mr. Cool Guy, Mr. Shiny Suit Man, but you're still a human being nonetheless. You're not a robot. So I know he hears all the negativity to his name. I know he feels pressure. And this is the first real time that I've actually really kind of heard him address it. You know what I mean? Without trying to sound fly. You know what I mean? And he's talking about when he dies, he wants to go through the gates, see his grandmother, see Biggie, see God. Okay. And then he's talking about he's not scared to die, but he doesn't want to die. So I'm glad he added that part, because he said he's not scared to die. I'm like, nigga, that's cap. But now, now it's like, oh, you don't want to die. Okay, now I can't say that's cap. Okay, you're not scared to die, but you don't want to die. I'm the same way. I'm not scared to die. I don't want to die because I got much more living to do. I want to do some things before I go. I want to be able to enjoy and accomplish some things. Okay, Puff, I'm with you. It's a little slow pace and it's like church melodic, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Carl Thomas though. You really, Carl Thomas, you really did your thing, because I was trying to focus on Puff, but Carl Thomas, you really kind of stole the show. You know what I mean? I can't even lie. But, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of this, you know, especially you just gave me, what was the previous track? Don't Stop What You're Doing? Yeah. And then you go straight to this. One thing about these Bad Boy albums is the diversity. You know what I mean? You go from Victory, the intro, Victory, Been Around the World, party track. Then you go to, I was after Been Around the World, What You Gonna Do? And then after What You Gonna Do, you give me Don't Stop, and now you take me to church. And you drop in your confessions. Good golly, Miss Molly. Wow. Amazing. Amazing.
I wasn't too much of a fan for this track.
What turned you a little away from this track?
If I Should Die, the whole title to the song, and knowing that Big wasn't really there.
You think it was bad timing?
Yeah. That's like somebody making a joke about something, people stopping and well, too soon. I don't know. He could have did without this track. If I Should Die.
You sense sincerity behind this?
Yeah, definitely. But it wasn't good timing.
It was like you should have waited. You know what I'm saying? Or just kept this one to yourself. Ultimately, this wasn't a make or break song or interlude. You know, this didn't really need to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because without this, the album still would have been crazy. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you need victory. You know what I'm saying? You need victory. Yeah. You need victory.
No way out. No escape.
Oh my God. Is that Faith Evans on the hook?
Yeah, that was Faith.
Faith, you did your thing.
I like the song. I just don't like Puff cadence.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that either, and they kind of dragged it out a little too long with this one too. Like, it was important. It was a good song, but it didn't need to be 6 minutes long.
Yeah, I guess Angie D. Dot, he produced this. I don't know if he was the one. I don't know if he was the one playing the piano, and they was trying to highlight like, yo,
D. Dot,
get your solo on.
D. Dot did his thing. If that was you on the keys, you did your thing, D. Dot. Kanye's mentor.
Sauce Money wrote the song.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh.
You could hear it, but he could have did without Sauce Money's strong, because it works for Sauce Money in certain areas, because there's some songs where Sauce Money got this cadence too. Okay. It don't work. Like right here, it didn't work.
Okay.
The way he was pivoting on everything he was saying, cash flow. Got fat.
Yeah, that don't even sound like how Puffy would even normally like.
Yeah, it should have just flowed.
Yeah.
The way the beat was, it should have just flowed.
I feel personally like
not the pivotal.
I feel like Mase or Jay-Z should have wrote for this one. You know what I'm saying? I think they wanted to give Sauce Money some shine, low key, on some side money, but feel like it. I don't know. Puffy should have realized this wasn't the best. I think
it didn't destroy the song, but
it stopped it from hitting its full potential, though.
That
you know
cadence,
what I'm saying?
yeah, I wasn't
it stopped it. It could have been something even better. Could have been something even better. I wasn't a big fan of the rhymes either. He's talking, but it's like with that type of production, with that type of beat, you gotta go. You gotta talk to me.
Yeah, like you said, man.
Take me to church.
It would have been better for Mase to write it.
I think so. Yeah, Mase would have.
He would have had the cadence for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm sure Source Money had the cadence for it too, but I guess when he wrote it and he rehearsed it for Puff. Puff tried to emulate his for that, but it ain't
correlate. Damn.
I steps in with the holes in the holes at baby.
Guess it's safe to say a nigga like me got nice things. Like the late Bob Marley.
Pardon me, y'all, the great Bob Marley. Damn, it feels good to see people up on it.
Glad they put that song where they did. The last 2 tracks, very revealing, somber tracks. Puff started off kind of, you know, Puff's not a spitter, yo. He's a businessman, so Puff starts off a little, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's safe to, a nigga like me got nice things, you know? But then a real spitter comes in, Jay-Z. Pardon me, y'all, the great Bob Marley, you know? And then the main event, Biggie comes in and just straight mashes the track. Oh my God. It's so cool to see Jay-Z look inferior. Because, you know, people always refer to Jay-Z as a big brother. Jay's the guy, Jay's the guy. It's so cool and humbling to see Jay-Z be looked at as the little brother in a scenario from another rapper, and Big is the big brother. It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool. And then I got lawyers watching lawyers, so I won't go broke. I be smoking trees in Belize where they find me. Biggie's wordplay and the ability with him to just twist words around and just make them rhyme and keep going. Oh my God.
It's impressive for a guy his size too, man, because you know what kind of wind it takes to have that cadence and that flow with that wordplay.
Like his breathing
without sounding, yeah, man, his breathing techniques was up there, man.
And you don't even like hear him breathing on the track, you just hear him spitting. I saw a meme, right? It said Biggie wasn't fat, he was just full of words.
That's beautiful right there.
He was just full of words. I told my nigga Big I'll be multi before I die. It's gonna happen whether rapping or clapping. Have it your way. Yo, man.
He went more than multi, man.
He went more than multi.
He hit that B, man.
He hit the B. And I don't mean Beyonce either. He hit the B. Oh my God. Yo, shout out to Jay-Z for reaching his goals. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z did it his way, but you know, hey, from being in Marcy Projects to being a billionaire, and I'm so convinced. And Diddy's basically, Puffy's basically a billionaire. Mm-hmm. He's basically, even though his net worth is like 950 million. Diddy, you a billionaire, dog. I view him as a billionaire. And then if Big had made it, Big would have been up there with Jay-Z, man, because they would have hit that Fortune 500 together. They would have ruled. They would have ruled. The commission, they would have ruled. That was Kelly Price on the hook. Kelly Price is she has done a lot of good hooks for Bad Boy. She was on that More Money, More Problems hook. Kelly Price don't get enough love, man. Kelly Price got some.
She got the backup vocals for Don't You Stop It too.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Kelly Price, man. Man, Puffy really put everybody on the album. This is an all-star collab album. Got even people outside Bad Boy. Busta Rhymes is on here. DMX had a quick little spoof. Okay, now back to the... I knew that was you, DMX. Just like, oh, man. Shout out Bad Boy. Bad Boy, you know, they gave DMX some looks before Rough Riders, you know, and his first album too, by the way. They helped him build the anticipation. They kind of looked out.
Yeah, Big Versus was He recorded his verses to that song years before it actually ended up on the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Puff salvaged it and had Jay-Z put his verses to it.
Okay. So Big's verses from like probably 95 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart of Puff. He's like, I'm not gonna waste these verses, so might as well make it seem like they're brand new verses. That's smart. That's real smart. I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have done the same thing. Can't have those go to waste.
Anything that big touch, you gotta find a way to implement.
Find a way to use it. You know what I mean? Any way, shape, or form. Yeah, definitely. Damn. So that lets me. That has me figuring what else is in the trash can, or what else is not used. There's probably some heat that's not been used from any rapper, any of the GOATs. Like, I want to know what has not been known to the public. And man, I would love to know what was in Biggie's trash can, his musical trash can. I want to know what's in Jay-Z's trash can. I want to know what's in those bad boy trash cans. There probably some hot songs that couldn't get the sample cleared. You know, they put some of them on the mixtapes because, you know, they was like.
Yeah, that's why I love Nas for making the lost tapes too, man.
Smart idea. Just like, I'm not gonna have
stuff that he's not gonna use, that he didn't use.
I'm gonna make profit anyway. Let me just Queensbridge, get the money.
This made me a Black Rob fan.
Oh my gosh, rest in peace, Black Rob.
They want beef out here,
They gon' get it.
in the worst way.
I'ma show you how black play.
It's all about the Benjamins, true, that be the motto. Ran out of ammo and started throwing bottles.
So this song made you a Black Rob fan.
This song made me a Black Rob fan.
I can see why. So before that, you wasn't really familiar with Black Rob. This was the first introduction to Black Rob for you.
Yeah, it was.
You know, his voice is really like gutter. Like right off the rip, like he just sounds different than everybody from the album already. You know, and he don't sound like he has one of those voices that when you hear it, who this? Who's this? Black Rob and damn, I wish it was used more. Like, you know, like, cause this was his one shot and he just, they threw him in my alley and he just.
Yeah, this supposed to have been on his album.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be on his album. Puff was like, nah,
Take that. So he ended up, Puff said, you know, that's a compliment though. Cause you killed it so well that Puff was like, nah, this is on my joint. That's a compliment. To me, if I was an artist, I'd be like, wow, that means I just really ripped this. So, you know, most people would be like, really? But if that was me, I'd be like, okay, so I'm doing good.
Yeah.
The boss wants my song.
Because he already got his ears.
Yeah.
And you gotta be established, and you gotta prove to people that you worth listening to.
Exactly.
And for your song to be on his joint, it's like, yeah,
he's the boss.
Here you go.
You know, he's the CEO, and then on top of that, like, he's not gonna just have anybody on this album. You gotta be like on point. You know what I mean?
So one hand wash the other on that one right there.
That's pretty cool. And he kind of get Black Rob a big alley-oop because, you know, this sold what, 7 times platinum? So it's like everybody heard
just
this.
in the US.
You know, so it's like people heard this like Black Rob. So now when Black Rob's joint actually drops, you actually have some attention because of this. And, you know, now people just don't, and plus, you know, Biggie gave you a shout out.
Yeah,
because
when he gave it a shout out, people always like,
who's Black Rob?
Yeah,
like, who's Black Rob guy?
Like, who's him?
And, and then Mase gave you a shout out on the second song, Been Around the World. Me, Lux, you know, me, B.I., Puff, Black Rob, Lux. If you want to dance, we did. You know, so it's like you're getting your shout outs. Now this is your opportunity and you just nailed it. With that beat too, crazy. And then the storytelling, you know, just the way he started off with, all right then, you know, it's just
talking that.
You know, he's talking gutter, he's talking super gutter, and then they was smacking honey, and you hear the smack, you know what I'm saying?
Gunshots and shit.
And then it's like, ran out of ammo, so started throwing bottles. That's gangster.
And you hear the bottle shattering.
That's fire. That's fire. Like, no disrespect, Puff. I didn't even care about Puff at the end. I just wanted more Black Rob. Rest in peace, Black Rob, too.
Yeah, Black Robin on piano rips, man.
Oh my goodness, man.
Somebody sat on the bench and flipped the jacket up.
Oh yeah.
And it was going crazy on the piano, man.
Talk about snake eyes playing dice game. It's like, oh man, like I could just envision Black Rob doing the things he's rapping about. He's one of those people that I can actually see him doing what he's actually rapping about. Even if it's super exaggerated, I can see it though. I can envision it. You know, and Black Rob had a little bit of shine though after Bad Boy in the mid 2000s, early 2000s. You know, he had a chance to shine just a little bit more because Puffy had to rely on him some more. But I'm glad some people recognize the excellence of Black Rob though. You know what I'm saying? Black Rob is not no sucker, and Black Rob wasn't far from weak. Black Rob has hits. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. You know?
Yeah, Puff flew them all out to Marival, Trinidad.
Yeah?
Yeah, most of the album was done in Trinidad.
Oh.
The album cover was shot in Miami. Most of the album was done in, I can't pronounce it, Marival, Trinidad.
Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know
because everything that was going on with the East Coast, West Coast,
it was time to go away.
They wanted to go somewhere that was kind of not so much quiet, but a little more peaceful.
Like, this is our chance
away
to, like,
from everything.
Get some serenity and just like, listen, let's just do this right. Let's finish this right, and let's just try to make the most of it. And, you know, that's pretty dope. Okay, Puff, that's actually pretty cool. That's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from the drama and let's just get this. Let's do this right.
So you working on an album and kind of like vacationing at the same time.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. And he flew everybody out. Yeah. If we're gonna make this masterpiece, we gotta be in the masterful mind state. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers.
After all, when you was pussy, it's two paws.
Turn the hookah for your ass, bitch, deep throat. No, you wanna
Fuck the state pen, fuck hoes in Penn State. Listen close, it's friends.
Oh my God.
The traction this shit got when it came out, oh
my God, that's still.
And this is the remix.
That's the remix. Oh my God. Oh, that's all I can really say is, oh my God, this is one of my favorite songs of all time.
What I want to know is, did Puff know that the song was going to be as big as it was? Because the original was released on a mixtape. I think DJ Clue.
I think Puff did know.
He knew?
You know why I think he knew? I think they all heard this and was like, that's the one. The video for this song is so dope.
Yeah, it went into that rock and roll shit.
Oh my God, the rock and roll remix, that was cool as hell. I'm not even gonna front.
Yeah, it was.
The rocker, because at that time we had never seen people from the hip hop world really do it to that extent. We saw Run DMC and Aerosmith, you know, Walk This Way, and that was like the first time. But they, with the All About the Benjamins rock remix, flipped it. But the hip hop video, there's two more. One where Puffy's tap dancing with the tap dancing guy with the dreads. I forgot his name.
Savion?
Yeah. And they're having a tap dance off instead of Biggie's last verse. And then the one where they have Biggie's last verse, and they're just running with the white suits.
Oh,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? They're running, and then they have the baseball suits on, and they're climbing up the hill, and they're going crazy. It's chaotic, and it's like, I always had a question, where the hell were they running to? You know what I'm saying? Where were they running to in them suits? Them was some fly ass suits. I'm not they was wearing in the music video look like they cost hella money. They probably did. Bad Boy, bitch. You got them wearing the black suits, and they're rocking the mic on the stand, and then they're trying to,
oh man.
I was like,
yeah.
Everybody's taking turns and shit, and they're going crazy. And you got Little Kim basically naked. Shout out Little Kim. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, she got the Puffy hold me down, baby. Puff with his glasses coming off, trying to hold her down. Oh my God, that shit was cool. Too raw. Little Kim. Wow. What a verse. Okay, hold on. Puff, that was the best verse Puff has ever spit in his whole career. That verse right there. Cause that's the first time I ever heard Puff sound like an MC. Yes, somebody wrote verse Puff.
Is that Jadakiss?
Was it Kiss that wrote his part?
I don't know.
Oh man, if
that's Jadakiss, then Jadakiss basically had 32 bars on there. Then
basic,
hold up, man.
Who wrote Puff Daddy's verse and All About the Benjamins?
Had a verse to it too.
You know, that always bothered me. You had Jada and Sheik on here. I always said to myself, where's P? You know what I'm saying? Imagine Mase on All About the Benjamins. You know what that would have. You know what that would have done for him.
That they wouldn't have lost it. That was a song that was 6 minutes long.
They wouldn't have lost.
Mase and Styles P on there.
That was one of those songs where you could have just, like, what was the song? Do You Know? Which was 6 minutes long. All About the Benjamins could have been a little bit longer, and it would have been perfectly fine because it's a banger.
Yeah, Jadakiss wrote.
Jadakiss wrote it.
Yeah,
Jadakiss went in. Sheik though, Sheik's part is the most memorable to me, or at least my favorite. Biggie's the most memorable. Sorry, Sheik is my favorite part. I'm simply trying to cop those colossal sized Picassos and hot poppy flip coke outside Delgados. Oh my God. I'm just trying to stack chips like Hebrews.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
And for him to do that to it and still wasn't getting the credit that he should have been getting,
it's ridiculous to me. And then he says, acting hard while y'all was pussies is RuPaul's.
and how you ended like that though?
Talking about on your hot 9-7 every day, that's my word. That is word. Swimming in women with their own condominiums, 5 plus 5. Who drive millenniums? It's all about the Benjamins. What? Oh my God, that should have been a good indication that was Jadakiss, because he said what? You know Jadakiss does the what? Oh, I didn't even think about that. You can hear it now.
Yo, the impact this song had on the streets and the club was, I think, the biggest rap song in history, because 3 years after it came out, when you first heard it come on, the club or wherever you heard it playing at, everybody hit the, oh, like they heard it last night and they knew it was hot and they getting to hear it again. The reaction people got to this song, the whole club blew up. Oh my God. The people were singing every word for word to the song.
Oh my God.
When you hear the DJ kind of silence it and you hear the crowd singing the words, like that verses, man.
Oh,
how they hit the silence and then the crowd is like singing the lyrics to the word. That as an artist, when you hear the crowd, the DJ silence it and then you hear the crowd saying that gotta feel great, man.
It's gotta be an amazing feeling, though.
Yo, man.
Like the crowd knows your words word by word.
Yo, it's certain songs that, as an artist, you know, myself, when the crowd does that vicariously, sometimes I get tears. Like, to know that the crowd, you getting that reaction from the crowd, yo, that's big. Wow. That's big. And that song had that same reaction for almost 5 years. Like it just came out last night.
That's when you know you got one. Did you ever go to the tunnel?
Yeah.
And have you ever heard them play this in the tunnel and they was going crazy? Oh my God.
That's one of those outbursts.
I wish I got to see that atmosphere, man. How was that atmosphere?
It was the tunnel was the most memorable place to be, but it was also like
it was
the most, we gotta be on your P's and
it would be,
you had certain people that would have the green light to be getting in there with their guns and shit. So
okay, so it's just like, okay, we gonna.
They had that back street where people parked and
it could go down.
Yeah,
it'll go down. It'll go down.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it didn't though. So that's what made it
cool.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you know this is dangerous territory, but
the tunnel,
it didn't go down. So it's like we chilling. So it's a good time. And then when this song plays at the height, everybody's wilding.
Yeah, certain DJs knew that they was gonna get that reaction from the crowd. So they played the first couple of seconds, not even so much the first tenths of a second, and then they silence it just to hear the crowd go, oh! Then they'd be like, fuck you should do and play that shit. You know, let's go crazy. Yeah. Oh man, I wish I would have been wilding. I would have been wilding. The way some DJs DJ, like while one song is playing, they kind of like scratching what the next song is gonna be. As you heard in the verses.
Yeah.
And Cameron was like, "What y'all gonna play All About the Benjamins?" Because he heard the DJ kind of like etching it in, like All About the Benjamins, All About the Benjamins.
And then the crowd went crazy anyway because it's like, yeah, that's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear, Cam. Just like balling is cool, but we want to hear All About the Benjamins though, because that will never get tiring.
Never, man.
Everything about that was just done right. And then Big's verse,
the beat switch up.
Oh my! I love when they did that for Biggie. You know what I'm saying? I love how they did that for Biggie because it made you stand out even more for Biggie. Like, it's like, oh, he gets a different beat. He gets a different beat. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I always wanted to know why they did that. I don't know, maybe Big was around for that. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe they just thought it would be a cool idea for Big to have his own beat. Maybe because here's my guess. Maybe because they thought that Biggie's verse was so raw, if he rapped on the same beat, it would overshadow everybody else. So if they gave him a different beat at the end, and it keeps the essence of that original beat, I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. I'm just
nah, man. Because I had the same questions too when I first heard the song.
I'm like, why you get a different beat? Why you get? But that second beat is still hard though. But it's like, how come he get a different beat? Maybe because it's Biggie.
The first second you hear it, I had that question too. But then he's like, rhyming over it. You like, God damn.
Are they giving him the perception?
Though.
Like, are they giving the perception like, oh, you know, he's not here, so he gets it's like rapping from the heavens, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gets his own majestical beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. But he's talking about fuck they state Penn, fuck hoes at Penn State. Woo! Oh my God. And then it's like, woo! Listen close as Francis, the praying mantis.
Ow. Ow.
I don't know how many more compliments I can keep giving Biggie that I have already said already. Like, GOAT. He's a GOAT. Like, I don't know what I can keep saying. You people can try to talk negatively, I don't know how, about Big anyhow. I'm gonna shut you up and give you this verse. Shut everything negative you have to say about Biggie. I'm gonna give you this verse, and you tell me what could you possibly say wrong about Big.
Yeah, because it ain't too many artists that's lyricists as well. Because you either have one or the other. You're either a lyricist, but you tough to make songs.
Oh my God. And then that just shows you how deep the Bad Boy roster really was. They didn't even have all three members of LOX on this song.
Nope.
Black Rob's not on this song.
Nope.
Mase is not on this song.
Nope.
You have All-Stars not on this song. The roster was deep.
Another tidbit to this song. They said that Missy Elliott orchestrated
everything.
She didn't do the production, but she was like, all right, you go here. All right, you do this.
Oh.
All right, Styles P, we gonna leave your verse off of it.
We gonna
take this beat and we gonna go into that.
You know what? That would explain why it does seem organized. Like, everything about it just makes it. And that's Missy Elliott when she had the gel in her hair, so she was really on it. I'm sorry, Missy. You know what I'm saying? It was just
3 years, 3 when it happened, 26 now, still I can't stop to tear. I wish this pain would go away. To the city college deceased, may you rest in peace. To the families, and I can still hear the shots that left my man Big laying on my knees, crying and praying. Then
oh my God. Oh my God.
There's so much depth to that song, man.
Yo, okay, so he talks about the city college incident.
Yeah, but it was actually his fault.
It was his fault. And there was some people that lost their lives that incident.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know about the city college incident, I'll touch about it just quickly, briefly, and then y'all should really do some research on that because it's worth paying attention to. It was at a city college, and it was an event, and basically it was so crowded, people with tickets couldn't even, like, not everybody could go in. So some celebrities came out. More people wanted to come in the building than they did, and it became a fire hazard. And one of the people that died was a pregnant woman with a baby, and she happened to be the wife of I can't remember who she was the wife of. Unfortunately, I don't remember. And I don't want to just throw a name out. I don't want to get nothing wrong or disrespect nobody. But she was the wife of somebody. Basically, innocent people died off an event, and Puff was in control of the event. And security was supposed to be there. Puff was supposed to watch. You know, Puff was in charge of everything. They were supposed to have like 18 security guards. They ended up having 8 security guards because Puff was just like, let it fly, let it fly. And he was being so nonchalant about it. And if they had more backup, they could have avoided this whole incident and things like that. So it was under Puff's watch, you know. So this, I guess, is one of the things that's weighing heavy on his head, you know, because that incident happened in, I want to say 91. His baby mama sexing his so-called beef. Suge Knight is the so-called beef, and it's not a secret. Suge Knight got with Puff's first baby mama. Talks about Big, and that's touchy as hell, because considering that this just dropped after Big's death, he don't want his nigga to go, he don't want Biggie to go, and how he died, and he's like pleading he doesn't want him to die. And then I guess he had a dream or an epiphany, and then Big is like coming from heaven, and he touches his head, and he's like, you know, I rap through you, you know, or something like that. I rap through you, and how don't stop your money and don't let them mess up your money. And then Puff opened his eyes, and that's when he realized Bad Boy lives on, you know. And then you hear Biggie giving some knowledge at the end, you know, like an old interview talking about, yo, what he wants to do, like make these albums, make it hot, and get your money. And he's talking about get as much as you can, you know. In this rap shit, take as much as you can. Take as much flowers as you can. Take as much money as you can. Fuck these niggas. Don't let them fuck up your paper. Because they may love you today, but there's no guarantees they love you tomorrow. And Puff's talking about he wants his pain to go away. So it sounds to me Puff is sounding really remorseful.
Yeah, it was like sincere too. It sounded sincere.
I really do believe, like, people like to paint Puffy to be this animal, this monster. You know what I'm saying? Puff has done a lot of things that make me raise an eyebrow. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about Puff is he's still a human being. You know what I'm saying? And Puff is an arrogant human being. He can be arrogant, cocky, conceited, but that's who he's always been, you know? Puff has never been no other way. And his arrogance and cockiness has been positive for him and done a lot of negative for him. You know, he mentioned California sealed Biggie's fate. And that's a touchy subject.
Yeah, man.
And
I said that, man.
You know, and it's like California sealed his fate, but why were you guys in California to begin with? So soon. That's the arrogance. Why were y'all there? Why did you?
And it's more of the wording too. Like it should have been more of a he was in California when his fate was sealed.
Like, yeah. All in all, there's a lot of sincerity in this album. It's like Puff is really revealing himself a lot in this album. He's like dropping the player persona a little bit in some of these songs, like If I Should Die Tonight, Pain or whatever, and he's like letting you inside of his mind a little bit. We never really go inside Puffy's mind before this. It was more like, take that, get money.
The time I heard it though, I was angry with hearing it because I had a childhood friend that died in this city college shit. Yeah, she was stampeded and she died in it. So if I was to see Puff during this time, this song came out, I'd have been throwing him a whole bunch of fuck yous. Fuck you, Puff. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear your song talking about something you want to give all your to the victims. I don't want to hear that shit. But now I hear the sincerity to it though.
It's like I can hear it too. It's like you know how someone's like, without actually saying damn I fucked up, he's like saying, yeah, I'm a shoulder to blame. Yeah, you know, it's like without saying I'm sorry. Someone like Puffy saying I'm a shoulder to blame is his way of saying, yeah, I fucked up. That I fucked up. That was me. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's the I'm sorry type.
And also, he really wasn't the full blame to it too.
Yeah, he wasn't.
That's why him saying I'm gonna shoulder the blame,
it's like
kind of like take the weight off of everybody else who was involved, who also was the reason why this shit happened.
Like, I'm gonna take full responsibility for this one. You know, it's like,
because police could have did more too.
They could.
It was like, yo,
they could have did.
These rap men.
It's just like, yo, they could have really enforced the building is packed. No, you know what I'm saying? They could have done all of that, and they just let it fly. Twista fucking wrote this shit.
Just tell them keep simple. Good die, y'all. Please die, let a bad boy die. Oh, you and I was controlled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a whole vibe, man.
I thought I was genuine for a second. Puffy, Twista, you definitely wrote Puffy's part. I'm not jacking it. and then shout out Puffy for the cadence, for rapping like that. That's skill. That's skill, because you really have me, like, for people that don't know better, you would think, damn, Puffy can really rap really fast like that. He got mad flows. Puffy, that cadence, Puffy, and then your verse though, verses, and then Twista from the shop. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh my God. Yo, that was just done right, Stevie J. Yo, Stevie J, you really a legend. You really a legend. You really a legend.
I had no idea, man.
I thought you was more of a joke, because I see you on Love and Hip Hop. I'm talking to you directly, Stevie J, if you ever come across this video. I thought you was a joke, because I see you on Love and Hip Hop and things.
Yeah, doing that bozo shit on.
I don't know why you on Love and Hip Hop, dude. You too good for that. You need to. You a legend, bro. You don't need Love and Hip Hop. They need you. Don't do Love and Hip Hop, bro. We need you in the studio. We need you in the studio, Stevie J. And I need to hear some more production, because you got some heat, bro.
Yeah, Puff Daddy owe you a lot, man.
Yo, shout out, yo, holla at Puff. You know,
Puff Daddy owe you. I don't know if he's giving you what you supposed to be getting.
I don't know what's going on between you two.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You a lot,
but
man.
I will say this though. I heard Puffy wants to drop No Way Out #2. That is a fact. Puffy's went on the radio and said that his last album will be called No Way Out #2. Stevie J, you need to be on that joint. I'm just saying. Don't be mad at me. I'm just a messenger. Don't be mad at me. Talk to Puff. Puff, talk to me. Talk to me, Puff. We could do business together. Genuine. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. You had me thinking I was you for a second. Thank you for that. Is this the end? Mama always told me
the whole vibe, man.
It was gonna happen, but she never told me when. She told me it would happen when I get much older. Wish it would have happened then. Is this the... I'm not even gonna finish it. The end. That was one of my favorite songs on the album so far.
The instruments.
Oh my God, yeah, that was a bop. That was a bop. That's one of them joints that could come out 2021 and be like, oh, wait a minute, what you got here?
Mom think I'm loco, cause I sell crack and puff cocoa, yo. That nigga that you see in the video, that nigga with the jewels and the jiggy hole.
Hey, I was in the playpen waiting for kids to enter.
Relish, dog, cause we spread like relish. Bad boys, and we all eat together. When it go down.
Oh, Jadakiss. Jadakiss. That relish, you spread the relish line, and then we all eat together. And now I connected with the big man. I connected with the big man.
Plans,
got big plans, and if there's money involved, we gotta bring Jay in. Shout out to Hove. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. And then Styles, how Styles gonna just start off like that? How you gonna just kill the track before it even begins, dog? The beat breathed for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you just ripped it. Chic. That line with the playpen, waiting for the kids in. Waiting for the kids.
What he said?
Since
a baby finster, I was in a playpen waiting for kids to enter.
Oh my God. I love how Puff just did the hook and stayed out of everybody's way.
If I'm not mistaken, Baby Finster was like a bully.
Oh yeah?
A cartoon. I gotta look it up.
We gotta find out. You know, we gotta biology. We gotta find out what
Baby Finster. He was the
bully.
He was the fucking mobster. He was the boss. He was the mob boss.
Sheik.
But he was a fucking baby.
Sheik. Oh. Sheik.
I'm looking forward to the future, Mason the locks, and my little son Justin touching the knot.
What do you do when your heart turns cold?
Let's live your life. Better chill before you slip the fuck up. Get your wig split the fuck up.
Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown.
It was something for her to be there, because during that time they was like, oh, Little Kim or Foxy Brown, Little Kim or Foxy Brown, Little Kim or Foxy Brown.
And you got both of them on the album. That's an accomplishment in its own right there. You know Kim wasn't at those sessions. You know, damn good song, you know what I'm saying? How many of y'all out there, all my fellas, how can y'all raise your hand if you can relate? Or tell me in the comment section below if you can relate. You got a female, and she's more than just a friend, you know what I'm saying? She's more than just a friend, you know what I'm saying? She wants to love you like a brother, but she'd rather be your lover. How many of y'all can relate? You got a female friend. She loves you like a brother, but she'd rather be your lover. How many of y'all can relate? I can relate. I can relate. You know what I'm saying? That's what this song is about, y'all. She down for you, but she want to be on you too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all know it's true out there. It happens every day. It's happening right now at this very moment. Foxy, thank you for that jig the fuck up. Get your wig split the fuck up.
What?
Oh, I was like, wait a minute.
Honey, I keep you hot and wet, flooded with ice. You can spend all day, chill all night.
Mommy, can I keep? I wanna be your papi chulo.
Exchange vows, spin vows, make love in the hot tub, raising her child.
Had dudes trying to pull up to Latina mommy singing Mommy Ben Aki. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Don't let them be familiar with the song. That's even more.
Perfect tempo on the song, nice beat, thumping. It still could be. You could play this at a club. You can get away with this one at a club. At a late night, you chilling with somebody. Late night, they throw this on for a quick minute. You know what I'm saying? Switch the song. You know what I'm saying? Do a banger. You know what I'm saying? Set the mood. You could play this at a barbecue. You could play this if you chilling. You could play this with you. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. But you got
the sample they got in the back with the lady singing and shit. DJ Khaled used the sample again, so.
I thought he did. It sounds familiar, like
the joint with Jeremiah.
Oh, he's in love with Carmen. She lives down in Spanish Harlem. You know what I'm saying? And then her dad is Louis the mechanic. She got long hair. You know what I'm saying? Thick, you know, long hair, nice ass, thin waist. You know what I'm saying? And he's in love with her. I'm just saying, you know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying, when you see somebody good looking. You know what I'm saying? It's just a beautiful thing. It's a nice experience.
Notorious, they got to know that life ain't always what it seemed to be. Life after death. You know you in heaven, smiling down, watching us while we pray for you.
What a life to take, what a bond to break.
Hey, if you're gonna do a tribute song, this is how you do it.
This is how you do it.
Puffy.
When they performed that at one of the awards and they brought out Sting.
Yeah. I saw that performance.
That was monumental, right?
And
there.
shout out to Sting from the band Police. Sting, this is where they got the sample from. Sting has the original song to this, and shout out for Sting and his label for clearing it, because you know that would just be the logical thing to do.
He got credits for writing it too.
That's really dope. Shout out Puffy for that. And then everything about it was just done right. You know, they did the tribute for Big, and for all y'all that never seen what Paulie Paul is talking about, go on YouTube when you have a chance after you're done watching this video, of course. Or you can pause this video, check out the performance, and then come back and let us know what you thought of the performance. Go check that performance. I believe it may have been on the Grammys, or it could have just been at some regular award show. And check out Puff Daddy, I'll Be Missing You performance. He's wearing a white beater, and he's wearing a cross and some sweatpants. J-Lo in the crowd. I know that J-Lo in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And then Faith Evans comes out, and then you have Sting come out, and then it's just a great performance. 112 and the choir comes out. I think it was a choir, but I remember 112 coming out, and then, you know, Puff is dancing at the end, you know, and it's like, normally his dancing's kind of a little corny to me, but
that dance right there,
it was pretty cool. It was actually pretty cool to see, you know. Even in the music video, like Puffy can be a showman a little too much sometimes, but I mean, for a tribute, you gotta dance, man.
That video is crazy with him dancing through the rain, stamping through the puddles,
and it's like, yeah, normally that would like, okay, Puff, you wildin', but it's like, you know what? You're not wildin'. Maybe for Puffy, this is his way of celebrating and mourning.
Celebrating his life.
You know what I'm saying? Man. That's his way of mourning. Puffy's not really the type to cry in front of you. Puffy's like, I'm just gonna dance while the music plays and let the singers do their thing, and I'm just gonna dance, and you know. So Puffy, I respect you highly for this. You get a big thumbs up from your boy right here. 112 with the backup vocals. 112 is my favorite men group act, you know. Like, there's Jagged Edge, which I know you really love Jagged Edge, and you know, there's Boys to Men, those type of groups, what I mean. But to me, 112 is my own personal favorite, just because I just love their music, you know. Shout out to the song Cupid, or Love Me with Mase, or Peaches and Cream, or Over. You know, 112 got a great discography, and they had a good run on Bad Boy, a great run on Bad Boy. Not even a good, they were parts of some really important songs, you know. So it's cool that they got a little bit of shine here, because we haven't heard much 112 on this album. So just as a little reminder, yo, we here, and you put them on the biggest single, the #1 single of your album.
So the whole roster's on the album.
The whole roster's on the album. There's nobody left behind. And then Faith Evans, who we don't, you know, that was Big's wife at one point, and the mother of his kid. That must have been hard for her to do, you know what I'm saying? But she killed it. That was some of her best vocals. And you know, when she had a little solo moment, you know, we all know that part. On that more. And then, like, Faith, amazing singer. Amazing singer. She doesn't get enough credit as a musician. As a singer, Faith Evans don't get enough credit in my book. Faith Evans has some really strong vocals. And then Puff's verses, very sweet, very straight to the point. Talks about how he misses Big. Talks about it's kind of hard with you not around. Know you in heaven smiling down, watching us while we pray for you. Every day we pray for you. Till the day we meet again, in my heart is where I keep you, friend. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. That's how you memorize somebody. You know? That's beautiful as hell to me. And then it's not even just only a memorial. He's talking about he misses just shopping for kicks, new clothes and kicks, you and me taking flicks. You know what I'm saying? He misses the little moments that he had with him, to the point where he wants to just hear half your breath. You know what I'm saying? Just like, let me just know you in the room. You know? That's dope as hell to me. And even the intro leading up to the song, with the whole theatrical thing. I'm not a huge theatrical guy, but in this essence, you're leading it to a tribute song, and it makes sense, you know. And I just love everything about it. It's a good sounding song. It's a good vibe. And shout out Stevie J.
Shout out Stevie J.
Stevie J, I'm not gonna forget you.
This goes back to the statement that we made earlier in the video, where we talked about Source Money writing the song and Puff not doing the cadence to the song, almost killing the song. Source Money so-called wrote this.
Really?
Yeah, he wrote this too, but the cadence was nice.
This was Puff's cadence on here was really good. It was really good. Like it was like he was talking. It didn't even feel like a rap. You know what I mean? Like on what was the other song Source Money wrote? What was the other one that his cadence was a little off on? Was it Do You Know? Yeah, on Do You Know, it was different. You know, it was aggressive, and it's like Puff was trying to sound like
he's making too many pivots.
Yeah.
And the pivots was aggressive.
On I'll Be Missing You,
it should have just flowed through.
On I'll Be Missing You, it don't sound like Puff is rapping to me. It sounds like he's talking to me, and it's just rhyming. You know what I'm saying?
Spoken word.
It was very well done. Very well done. And the video was hot too.
The video is iconic.
The video is hot. He fell off that damn motorcycle.
And yo, you know somebody probably was like, yo, nah, let's edit that.
Yeah.
Somebody said, nah, you gotta keep that there.
You know, Puff said it. Puff's like, I want to fall off the motorcycle in a black suit though. In a black suit. Bad boy. You know, it's just like, I want to do that. I want to do that. They're like, what does that have to do with the video? Bad boy. You know, it's just like, do you want to work for Bad Boy? I mean, yeah, I want the Bad Boy.
Bad
you know,
boy.
it's just like, all right, we're gonna have him falling off the motorcycle. You know what I'm saying?
Frontin' like Bad Boy in that track. You can stop that. There's no do it being a player and a baller. Just want me one bad bitch so I can spoil her. You only got a PhD, player hating degree. Don't knock me cause you're boring. I'm record sales soaring, straight touring.
It's a nice way to end the album, man.
That's a very beautiful way to. I did end it with "I'll Be Missing You." Yeah, that's a nice tribute, beautiful tribute. But it would have been kind of a somber way to go out, you know? Because then it's like, yeah, I miss Big though. You know, that's what it would have been. Over here, he's ending it with Mase, and they're flaunting, you know, like sort of like. I kind of like the concept. It's sort of like, okay, we just did our tribute to Big. Now he can rest in peace. Now it's like, we got to keep the show rolling though. We still have this company to go. The world's not going to stop. So now it's like we still got work to do. This is the step forward to the progression of now we got to, you know what I'm saying? And how cool is it that he ended it with Mase? Basically, the way I'm interpreting it as is like, he's giving the rock to Mase. You're the closer of the album. You know what I'm saying? You're the last thing that we hear to the next project. It feels like Puffy and Mase are actually like a duo. You know what I mean? And then in the music video for Can't Hold Me Down, you see Puff is wearing 1, Mase is wearing number 2. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a thing 1, thing 2. Even though Mase tried to correct himself saying, yeah, we're the number 2, but 2 means second to no one. That's what initially, you know what I mean? But this was an important time for Puff. He needed the support, you know what I mean? And Mase was a big backbone. So now Can't Hold Me Down, this is a great way to end the album. You end it on a feel-good note, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, this is a party track. You feel good, and it's like you can't help but sing the song along. I was singing the song without even realizing at the end, I'm still singing the hook and it's fading away. It's like, and think about what it's saying. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I gotta keep it moving. See, like that, like, it just feels good saying things like that. Like, yo,
yeah, especially after I'll Be Missing You.
I'll be missing you. So now it's like,
it's a good placement.
it's great, you know. Shout out to the Locks for stepping up on this project, because this project got the Locks to be more well known. Life After Death, the Locks had really one look, which was Last Day, and they murdered it. No Way Out, they're on a couple joints, and one of them is one of the biggest bangers of all time, and All About the Benjamins. I Got the Power, they're on some joints. Jadakiss made himself really be known on this project. Shout out to the features. You got Busta Rhymes, Foxy Brown, Quick DMX, Mase, Black Rob, Faith Evans, Foxy Brown, already said you, Lil' Kim, Carl Thomas, Genuine, Twista. Shout out to everybody that wasn't even credited. Missy Elliott. Shout out to all the producers. Shout out to everybody involved, and most importantly, shout out to Puffy. You know, for even having the energy to continue on, because after a tragedy of what happened, most people would have folded. Puff literally took that energy, and Puff acted like a boss and continued the show, and somehow turned a tragedy into his year. And then made 98 even more of a year, you know what I'm saying, in terms of revenue. And this is one of those projects that sound like a movie from beginning, with all the theatrics going on. Excluding the intro, Victory, that's how you start your album?
Victory.
That's how you really gonna start your album, though.
Yeah, he started the album with Big's last recording.
Been Around the World. Just a lot of bangers on this album too. This was a perfect, one of the best albums ever in terms of.
Yeah, it was.
Production was on point, but not even only because of production. You have bangers, but you also get to be revealing. You know, at the same time, we get into Puffy's head more than we ever did up to that point. We had never really heard Puffy speak before that point, up to that point, to that extent. He's revealing. We want to hear from Puff after the tragedy. We want to hear from you. He's talking more in this than he did in the interviews. You know what I'm saying? Which is smart, because he's getting paid for this. You know what I'm saying? Smart guy. It's crazy. And I love how he put everybody on this album. Everybody got to shine. Black Rob had a moment. You know, and it was just well done. Well done. And to me, Mase stepped up on this album, and even though Mase wasn't on much songs,
yeah, you could see his influence on it.
Yeah,
because a couple of choruses, you could tell that he went to Mase and was like, "Yo, what should I do with this?" And
yeah, you could tell Mase took care of Puff with this, and it's like this to me was the beginning of passing the torch to Mase for Bad Boy. I think it kind of really started with More Money, More Problems. I really don't even know, like, this is, I would be dumb to give this anything besides a 10 out of 10. I would be dumb to give this anything outside of a 10. I'm not giving this a 9 out of 10 or 8 or 7. This is a 10 out of 10. And this is a Grammy Award winning album.
Grammy Award winning album, man.
You know, 7 times platinum sold. That's not a fluke. You don't just sell 7 times platinum by luck.
561,000 copies in the first week.
That's amazing. Some people just make that for just.
That's gold the first week.
Gold in the first week. and for anybody that hasn't checked out any of these videos, check out Can't Hold Me Down, Puff Daddy, the video. Biggie's in that music video with Eddie Griffin in the car. That's some funny thing. That's funny, you know. And it's like, go check it out. Go check those videos out, man. Even Victory has a video. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Victory. The video for Victory was the 9th most expensive video of all time.
Really?
Really.
I see he's on the train. He's like trying not to let the.
That shit cost $2.7 million.
Oh my God. You know what? I also like Been Around the World remix.
Oh yeah.
I like the remix better than the original. So I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's like
definitely.
You know, with Carl Thomas singing the hook, and then the music video for it too. It's simplistic. I guess he ran out of budget money. You know what I'm saying?
10 out of 10, man. 10 out of 10. Even with that, If I Should Die, whatever the interlude, whatever that, even with that in there, 10 out of 10.
What would you say are your top 3 favorite tracks on this album?
Top 3, damn. I had my top 3 before this, but I keep forgetting that All About the Benjamins is on there.
Yeah.
So it'll be All About the Benjamins.
I agree.
Victory.
Whoa.
What I have for that? I'm gonna say, Is This the End? For the third one.
Yo, that's crazy. That's my top 3. That's my top 3. I was tossing it up between I'll Be Missing You, but I was like, I love Mama always told me when I wasn't young.
Yo, that's a whole vibe. Cause before I forgot that All About the Benjamins was on there, it was Is This the End? I Got the Power and Victory.
Oh, see?
But I forgot All About the Benjamins was on this album.
I Love You Baby. Oh, but the Black Rob joint, I Love You Baby.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Those two, I Got the Power and I Love You Baby, is like honorable mentions, man.
Man, that's tough. What is the weakest track on here, man?
The weakest track?
Not counting the interlude. If I Should Die Tonight.
The Spanish joint.
Oh, I forgot about Senorita. Wait a minute. Oh, that's one of my favorites. Oh, shit.
That's one of my weakest.
Oh, man. Okay, you know what? If I did a top 5, Because 3 is too short.
No. I take that back. I'm sorry, y'all. Do you know? Just because of the cadence.
Yeah.
I got Senorita over Do You Know.
I got my top. If I could do a top 5, okay, because 3 is too short. Because this is killing me.
I know, man.
I gotta do It's All About the Benjamins. I gotta do Victory. It's mandatory. I got to. Is This the End? I Love You, Baby. Senorita. I'll Be Missing You.
There's no way, man.
Wait, Friend. I forgot about Foxy Brown, Friend. But I Got the Power. I really enjoyed. I got
Young G's.
Oh, Young G's. I forgot about Young G's.
It's a tough one, man.
Oh, Been Around the World. Oh, but Puff Daddy, Little Kim, Puff Daddy, keeping it on. Don't you stop. That doesn't have to be the top 5 though. You see, this is how you know an album is really, really good.
Yeah.
When you can't even pick a top 5. 10 out of 10, man. Shout out Bad Boy Records. Shout out Puffy. Shout out to the whole Bad Boy roster, the highlight team, all that. I got nothing more to say except if you're gonna go, what did Jay-Z say? If you're gonna cop something, you gotta cop for real. So why don't you cop yourself a T-Blind out shit? Come on, y'all. I want y'all to watch our videos with some Team Lion merch. This is some good material, by the way. You know what I'm saying? This is some very good material. Look at the design, dang it. Look at this, the mighty lion. The lion is colored in. But anyways, I don't know, I'm hyped.
Yeah, so the same way you watch a Met game and you make sure you put your Met jersey on, when you watch one of these videos, how you submerge, man.
Get yourself some merch, man. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself.
You watch the video inside your merch.
Yes.
Get the merch first.
Yes. Please.
Watch the video.
Please support your boys, please.
And then go through the whole track list, you know.
Go through the whole track list, and more importantly, please in the comment section tell me if you guys have fun watching this video, because we had fun making this video. I certainly had a blast watching, listening to this music and making this video. This is fun for me. This is fun. This is enjoyable. This is awesome, and this is a great experience.
Yeah.
You know, just going back in time and listening to and really analyzing and breaking it down. You know, and just, you know, talking about things that we don't, you know, that we know about, or just finding out things. You know, Hell Up in Harlem, Goodfellas, No Way Out, whatever the hell you want to call this project. Thank you for just vibing with us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe if you're new.
Hit the notifications too, because he dropping videos a lot.
I'm dropping videos, and yes, I got album reviews. I got vlog skits, all that coming. Just, I don't want to ruin the surprise. So for y'all to know, just tap that bell and just stay tuned. Stay tuned. I want y'all to stay tuned, man. Stay on my channel. You know, because mi casa su casa. You know what I'm saying? Mi casa su casa. And yeah, definitely. You will see more of us in the future. You go see us. It's gonna be dope. And hopefully there's gonna be more of us too. More of us, more viewers, all that. It's gonna be a party. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Thank you for this, and thank you for this video, and thank you for everything. So we're gonna catch y'all on the next one.